Hello there, everyone. My name is Oversoul. This is Oversoul Gaming, and welcome back to Alan Wake 2. Now that we've all got that musical number out of our system, dun dun dun, yada da da da. Now we can finally move forward. Okay. Ooh, there's an echo up there. I wonder where I get to that. Okay, so we have a little bit of a roundabout to do here. That'll get us some more one-on-one time with. Sheriff Tim Breaker. I forgot about Speedy Mixed Shadow right there. Before we even deal with this door puzzle over here, we're gonna go this way. Because there is something over here that we must get to. Something over here that we must do. No, wait, go back up. I didn't want to go down yet. I want to go this way first. We go under here, and there should be a word of power around here somewhere. Yep, there it is. Are you gonna... There we go. Word of gun. Alright, so let's see. Upgrade. Why not? We have the flare gun now, after all. I forgot to quick slot it, but we got it from the song, so yeah. And we're about to get the shotgun, too. When you play the game on Final Draft mode, all the weapons that you had when you finish carry over to the next playthrough, but you can't get them until you get to your first break area. They're in the shoebox. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I need to go down that ladder now. Yeah, this is probably Alan's longest chapter, the one that we're in right now. This one's gonna take us
Hey,
a minute.
Alan. How's the memory doing?
Sorry, who are you? Kidding. Good to see you, Tim.
You had me going.
Cozy place you got here.
You know, your disappearance from Bright Falls is still the only thing that folks talk about. Well, that and Deerfest. Is this where you ended up back in 2010?
You know about that?
I am the
Everyone
sheriff
knows.
of Bright Falls. Or I was.
Until Mr. Door kidnapped you.
Are you related to Sarah Breaker? She was the sheriff of Bright Falls back in 2010.
Yeah, she's my cousin. I had a police sketch made of Door based on my dreams. I sent it around and Sarah recognized the face from an old case file from the 80s. I moved out there to look into it and became sheriff after she left to join the feds.
So Deerfest is still a thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's bigger than ever. You know, I got zapped here right before it was about to happen.
Funny, me too. What was in the case file about Door?
Not a lot of details in it. A local man named Warland Door went missing near Cauldron Lake. Eyewitnesses claim he was struck by a bolt of lightning and just vanished. I never found any official records of a Warland Door living in town or anywhere. Another dead end.
Well, maybe that is the story and he became something after the fact, or maybe that's the story he wants people to think. There's a lot going on here. By the way, I forgot to mention earlier when I was talking about Tim Breaker and his tie-ins with Jack Joyce and Quantum Break, when he was talking about the red-headed woman, wherever that is now. Oh yeah, the red-headed woman at the end. Others I know, yet they are different. The red-headed woman. Okay, so Jesse Faden in Control is the main protagonist that we played as in that game. Is played by the same actress who plays a character named Beth Wilder in Quantum Break, and as a result, obviously Beth and Jesse look very similar to each other, except Jesse has red hair and Beth does not. But that's kind of what he's referring to, is that in his dreams he's seen Jesse and he's seen Beth, and he recognizes them as the same. basically, like I said, we will play Quantum Break eventually too, but it kind of, I don't know, it's kind of better if we play it after we've done all the other Remedy games, including this one, which we have. We've done Alan Wake and Control, and now Alan Wake 2, and so we're saving Quantum Break for last. But my reasoning for that is because when you play Quantum Break with the understanding of the multiverse and all that other stuff from the other games, it makes more sense. Quantum Break, since it belongs to Microsoft, since they own the rights to it, can't really be used. Oh, right, this was a shortcut back to where we started. Can't really be used fully in the Remedy connected universe, but they can wink and nod to it the way that they are. And the way that they're doing that, it's basically like, if you look at it in Marvel Cinematic Universe terms, um, the versions of him and the people he knows in Quantum Break are basically variants of the versions in this world, in the main universe.
I could see the Ocean View Hotel. I was getting close.
All right, so we got to get that out of the way. And then we got to come back up and then change this light. There we go. And now we can get through.
The lights affected where the door led to.
Yeah, good thing for us, huh? Oh, shit. Old speed demon is here. Things are about to get spooky, but before that, we're gonna go get a shotgun. Which just involves another simple light puzzle, that's all. You might even call it a light puzzle.
I could use that shotgun.
Alright. Take the light away to get the door open, but oh no, now the shotgun's gone. Where did it go? Well, now that we're in here, let's take the light back. Boom! Ta-da! And we got a trophy called Yippee-ki-yay. I don't know why, though. It was a machine gun that he got, ho-ho-ho, and all that, you know? Take that flare. Alright. And now we must revert back so we can get out.
The bar menu caught my eye.
The bar menu has the answer to how we get inside the hotel. There's a code on the door, and since it's called the Ocean View Hotel, obviously the code will be the Ocean View Cocktail, which is $25.50. Jesus Christ, these drinks are expensive. But yeah. Oh shit, here we go. Time to test out our new shotty. Oh yeah, that baby sings. Especially with the adaptive triggers. On good old PS5! Hey, I see a thingamabob. How... there we go. Come on, come on, come on.
You dream
There we go.
of calling it quits, making a clean break, retiring, escaping, leaving all this sordid misery and terror behind.
Big face Casey.
Getting in a car and driving till you see the sun rise, somewhere where the sun still rises. Settling down, buying a house, fixing it up, building a life, finding someone. It's a fool's dream. It would all go bad. And having let hope in, it would be unbearably worse than this. You can take the man out of the city, but you can never take the city out of the man.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it anymore that the Remedy Connected Universe is a multiverse because it's basically been confirmed at this point, especially with the shit in Control that we saw. And now the stuff with Mr. Door. But besides that, there's just so many alternate, like, Alex Casey is basically an alternate reality version of Max Payne, an alternate universe, or Max Payne is an alternate universe Alex Casey. I guess you could say. And Remedy is making a Max Payne remake, so that'll tie into everything, I'm sure, somehow, too. Um, and then, of course, like I said, Quantum Break, Jack Joyce, Beth Wilder, and Mr. Hatch are all basically Tim Breaker, Jesse Faden, and Mr. Door. So, speaking of Jesse Faden, you may remember the Alan Wake DLC in Control, where she saw him at the Ocean View Motel in a vision, talking with Thomas Zane, right?
The
Well,
room was empty except for the projector. More games. Was the film a message waiting to be played?
what Jesse saw was all foreshadowing, because that conversation that she saw from the sidelines in a sort of silhouette live action fashion, this is how that actually went for real. This is what she was seeing through a threshold at, on her side of the Ocean View Motel, which appears to be a motel that exists between realities. So, and since Alan is in the dark place, that's a different reality from our own. Thomas Zane, the poet, the diver, the filmmaker. At last we meet face to face, I think. Boy, he helped us quite a bit in the first game, and remember, he was fighting the darkness. Him and the old gods of Asgard were all fighting the darkness way before Alan showed up. It had been an ongoing problem. He just ended up getting wrapped up in it. That's why the old gods are so loony now. They've been fighting the darkness for years.
In this temple of shadow and mist, there's a window in the floor and a door in the ceiling. There's no knowing, am I standing still, or running, or kneeling?
Boy, he looks just like Alan, sorta. No wonder everyone keeps calling him Tom.
You're the one who's been calling me.
Indeed. I'm Tom Zane. Welcome to the House of Zane.
The poet. The diver. You look like me. How the hell?
Or maybe you look like me, you handsome devil. The diver was a beloved character I played in one of my films. I'm a filmmaker, a celebrated auteur.
I need answers. Why is Return so important? What?
Alan, you always get worked up like this. Come on, I'll fix you a drink. You and me, Alan. We're in this together. Two artists collaborating, remember? Crafting the keys to our escape. Your magnum opus, Return, and its companion piece, my film. Sharing our life-altering visions, a melding of higher minds. Dreaming up our transcendental work of art. Here, in this room, in this room, in this room, in this room.
And by that he means, let's get drunk and do drugs and make art. That should help. Hey, it's the Poets of the Fall song. If this song sounds familiar, it's because we heard it in Alan Wake's American Nightmare. A lot, actually.
I need the clicker. It's Return, but because we return.
And that is how the magic happened.
Enough of this bullshit. Alice is in danger. I need another murder site to go further. Back to Parliament Tower. Scratch is...
Your wife is safe, back in the real New York. But Scratch is reaching for her through an overlap. Return is the key to escaping the dark place. You need to get it before that freak does. There's a murder site here in the hotel. Let the waves of your riding carry you there.
Look, it's Jesse.
Hello?
And Dr. Darling. And Night Springs.
They're all yours. If anyone asks, you were never here.
Oh, looks like Tom Zane is hiding from the FBC. I wonder why. But yeah, that was Jesse and Dr. Darling both
Tom
trying to get
Zane had
through.
ended our talk in what felt like a paranoid fit. I had what I needed from him. There was another murder site in the hotel to guide me further toward my escape. I had to write my way to it.
They're trying to find a way to contact Alan through the dark place. So I will give you a little bit of a peek ahead. In the final draft version of this game, when you play through it in final draft mode, there are 3 extra videos in this hotel you can find. 2 with Dr. Casper Darling and 1 with Mr. Door. Now, I won't tell you what the Mr. Door one is yet. I'll save that for later. But the 2 with Dr. Casper Darling are basically him successfully getting through this time and trying to communicate with Alan. In one of the videos, he communicates with Alan about his scientific process of trying to basically send radio waves into the dark place to find Alan. And he also mentions how he kind of sounds like him, which is weird. It's the same actor, that's why. It's a meta reference. But in the second video, he meets Tom Zane, and things get a little weird. So those are both videos that I will show you when we do the episode covering the final draft content, but I just wanted to let you know that they are part of this section of the game, but we won't be seeing them on this playthrough because this is the regular playthrough, not the final draft one.
Whispers from the police radio kept me awake at night. The word through the ether. A murder in the backdrop of a play featuring a murder cult. Huh. How meta can you get? He said, looking knowingly at the camera. I could sense the cult of the word in this, and their leader, Mr. Scratch. Rumored to be Alan Wake, the writer who'd gone missing years before.
The hotel was a perfect setting for a Casey story. I was on the right path.
Yeah, I'm just gonna quick slot these healing items real quick, and then quick slot these flares while I'm at it, and then quick slot my shotgun. There we go. Everything is as it should be. But anyways, yeah, like I said before, though, we're not gonna do a whole second playthrough just for like the 15 minutes of extra content that's in it. So I've been doing a separate playthrough of Final Draft mode on a
I
different
would
account
start at the entrance lobby.
and recording all that, all the new stuff that I'm gonna compile together into one video at the end of this game. Once we finish and roll credits on the normal playthrough of this, then I'll do another video with all the Final Draft content.
The entrance hall set the mood, where everyone had come in. The victim, the murderer, the detective. An idea, clear as a vision, waited for me here.
Yeah, and we're just gonna go ahead and grab this map while we're here, because that'll make our life a little bit easier.
So, you were the director of this play?
Yeah, that's me. Our performance of the cult was cursed from the pre-show ritual on. The cult is an immersive theatrical experience.
Uh-huh. You're gonna have to walk me through what that means.
Immersive theater. A play where the audience can participate, spread across this hotel. The cult is a legend. The only written copy of the manuscript lost, the play is passed on as oral tradition between theater companies. Each company only performs it once. The play was said to have special power. You were like kids playing with a Ouija board. And when you call for the devil, he will come.
The pre-show ritual. That's it. Set it up. Start from the beginning.
Yep, so once again, we gotta change the scenery until we can get to the places. We gotta do this
Blackboard was empty again.
a bunch of times,
I
back and
needed-
forth. Boom. Alright, now we can do something. But before anything else, we're gonna jump in here and do a quick save. Okay, now we'll keep going. There's a lot of will they, won't they shadows in here. It's kind of irritating. I'm going to waste a lot of batteries. See, that second one came running up like he was going to do something. God damn it. And then... yeah. So you could never tell. 1 was a threat, 2 was not a threat, 3 was a threat.
I couldn't get in. I was missing something.
Okay. So here's something else I want to point out. You remember when we played the Alan Wake DLC in Control, when we went to the motel from Jesse's side, there was basically 6 doors and they all had weird symbols on them. And this was one of those symbols. All right, so there's a lot of theories about what each of these symbols mean, and we don't know for sure, but people think that this one has to do with Mr. Door, because it's a door inside a door inside a door inside a door. And so people are thinking that that one has something to do with Mr. Door. Maybe it's how he travels between universes, something like that. But wait, there's more. The spiral, as we now know, leads to Alan's writing room.
I needed to find the key.
And I don't have the spiral yet. This one right here, I don't know what this one is. People are saying Vanguard, maybe? Or something like that. I'm not entirely sure which this one is, but it could lead to something in the future. A future game, future DLC, something like that.
The room at the end of the corridor was closed off. It felt significant. Something terrible would happen there.
This triangle right here, don't know what that one is, but that one is upside down white triangle as opposed, or a right side up white triangle as opposed to the upside down black triangle from Control. So that one maybe doesn't lead to the board, but something else. Maybe maybe that one has something to do with Ati, because the board, I don't know, I don't know if I trust them, to be honest with you. But Ati seems trustworthy. He's the only entity, the higher being type creature in this franchise that I feel like I can trust. I don't trust Mr. Door. I don't trust the board from Control, but I trust Ati. I do trust the old gods of Asgard too, but I don't think they're actually gods. I think they're just para-utilitarians like Alan and Jesse. But they have seen some shit, and they can do some shit, so maybe there is something more. They hinted towards it in Alan Wake's American Nightmare, which I found out recently is canonical, by the way. Sam Lake, the director of everything, the head honcho of Remedy Games, he explained it in such a way that Alan Wake's American Nightmare is just one of Alan's many failed attempts to write himself
again.
Out of the dark place.
I needed a new draft, back at the beginning, but closer to my goal.
It just happens to be one of the only ones we actually get to see. Him interfering with the events of Control is also another
attempt. The troop were
attempt.
busy building their own Wicker Man, where they themselves would be sacrificed. The prop room had been changed from room 104 to room 225.
Yep, see, you never know. The shadows come up on you like they're gonna do something, and you just never know. Anyways, we gotta get into this room now. It is very weird how we get from one floor to the next just by going through a bathroom. But that is the logic of this odd hotel. Got us a nice safe room, though. Okay. Now, there's another Tim Breaker room up here, and we're going to have to take some odd steps to get the key to it. So first, we got to go this way. He had a weapon in his hand, so I knew he was bad. That one, too. Y'all done? Okay, so room 224. This is the room that would have a video with Mr. Door playing.
Springs,
Oh
a
wait,
special place, a shifting space.
it is still
existing in a
playing.
countless number of parallel realities. Sometimes a quaint small
It's
town,
weird. This isn't final draft
sometimes a
mode.
hulking metropolis.
Okay, we'll go inside the our mind to look at that one. That's crazy because that definitely isn't supposed. I thought that video was exclusive to final draft mode, but I guess it's not. Maybe I just didn't find it in my first playthrough, but okay. Well, anyways, this video, what this is Mr. Door taking on the role as the new narrator of Night Springs, which is leading into the upcoming Night Springs DLC that they have planned for this game. So, it's a prelude to that.
Night Springs, a special place, a shifting space, existing in a countless number of parallel realities. Sometimes a quaint small town, sometimes a hulking metropolis. Different every time we set upon the road that leads us there. And yet, like a half-remembered echo of a fading dream, always familiar to us. These are the stories that take place there. Awe-inspiring, macabre, terrifying, heartbreaking, nail-biting, absurd, and thrilling. Sometimes all of these things at once. A haunting new season of mind-bending episodes written by Alan Wake. I am your host, Moreland Dorr, and I will see you soon in Night Springs.
Okay, so, all right, it might not be new, but it was different.
Alan Wake.
I'll explain in a second. So it might not be new, but it was different, because when I saw that video in Final Draft mode, he actually had more to say. When I saw that, hold on. These assholes are making this difficult. Okay. I was gonna say, oh no wait, this is the way I need to go to get inside the room I need to get into for the key I need to visit old Sheriff Breaker again. Oh, that one's got a weapon. Okay, right here. This is the key. I'm gonna need that. So anyways, in the final draft version of that video that we just saw, when you see that video again, he expands upon it a bit to say that that all of those stories in Night Springs are basically Alan's failed attempts to write himself out of the dark place. And we saw one of those, you may remember, in Alan Wake's American Nightmare. Okay, yep. So that was Dr. Darling trying to communicate with us. You notice how it didn't work? You notice how it fizzed out? In the final draft mode of this game, that video actually plays all the way through. He actually gets through. And that's one of the things I'll show you later, along with the extended version of that Mr. Door video, because that's kind of important to everything overall. But to put it in perspective a little bit, like I said, we saw in Alan Wake's American Nightmare, which was an episode of Night Springs that he had written, he used it as a way to try and write himself out of the dark place, and that didn't work because of Mr. Scratch's interference. But, so what I gather is that the upcoming Night Springs DLC for this game is going to be looks at all of Alan's other failed attempts to write himself out of the dark place, which became episodes of Night Springs. Because before he became a writer, he was, well, a writer.
It could not be opened on the side.
He wrote episodes of Night Springs. He was a writer for that show. So he's just recycling some of the stories that he wrote for that show in his many, many attempts to write himself out of the dark place. And those are becoming new episodes for season 2. Oh, I'm not gonna go through here yet. I need to find Breaker's room. Where is it? It's 209. It's on this side. There it is.
Hey, Tim.
Hello
New
again.
map, huh?
Yep. Like, I've never been to New York, but I can tell you that this ain't it.
No, it's a dream world.
I heard you humming again.
Yeah, I can't get this song out of my head. It's a real earworm. I hear it in my dreams.
I know that song you keep humming. It's the theme from Night Springs.
That old sci-fi show?
Sci-fi horror anthology. I used to write for a long time ago.
Like, it sounds a bit nuts, but I think the song is connected to Door. Or it's my subconscious telling me that this is all pretty out there.
I mean, both. Can be both. Man, he's got so much on Door. The red-headed woman connected to Door? I know her. Where do I know her from? Her identity changes, connected to polyhedrons? She will come for me? Yeah, he's talking about Jesse. Door went missing in 1988. Age has not aged. Longevity not human. Alien magic. Uncle Frank would have known more, but he is dead. Not his real name. Hidden meaning. Yeah. We will get a chance before the end of the game to get that page from Tim that he meant to give us, by the way. In the beginning, the page he was trying to give Jesse. We'll get a chance to get it. Anything in your bathroom, Timmy boy? No? Okay. Boy, you're pretty good at getting from place to place. Do you know how to fight the Taken too? Oh, wait. I do have to go through that other room still, I think. Oh, wait. More signs. There's an upside-down pyramid that's fully shaded in. That's supposed to represent the upside-down black pyramid from Control. There's a sign on one of these doors that stands for Control, too. It's supposed to lead to the version of the Ocean View Hotel that Jesse was in. But I can't find it now. Either way, though. Is this... Where's the other room I went in? That had... Can't get in there. Oh, here it is. I'm pretty sure this one is for Control. Right here. It looks kind of like a copyright symbol. But it's got the C in the middle. Just gonna do a quick save just to be safe. Okay, move forward. Alright. Oh, okay, so I just wasted a bunch of batteries to get more batteries. Got it. Nothing else in here. There we go. This is the room I need to change the lights in to get a new scene. Or something. Yep, rehearsal room.
This is where they gathered before the play. This is where it began.
Gives me part of what I need to move forward.
Another vision. Another...
Hmm. set up a play in a hotel. Now, why this hotel?
Because the rent is cheap? No. The ocean view was perfect for this. It's said to be haunted. Dark stories about murder, death, suicide. Supposedly, an actual cult once performed an unspeakable ritual to summon something in the ballroom. Did we summon the same thing? Tapped into something horrifying? It seemed like it was part of the play, but it wasn't. Does that sound crazy?
You don't want to ask me about crazy, kid.
A haunted hotel. Yes. That's a trope for a reason.
And now we're gonna make it real. Because why not? That's better. Nice and horrifying, just the way we like it. I mean, if Alan's gonna write himself out of the dark place, he has to follow the rules of the story. And since this is a horror story...
The story will go on forever!
there has to be horror. Ah, the ballroom is open. Let's do this. This will get us the next
ballroom would be the
thing we
stage
need.
of a key scene in the play.
There's also a word of power up here. Grab that real quick. Words of stuff. Let's see. Alan's... Ooh, expand Alan's inventory by 1 row. Yeah, let's do that. I could have added an extra charge to the flashlight, but I think inventory space is a little more important, maybe. I mean, we are getting close to the end of this, believe it or not. Alright, we gotta change. Probably be at least a few more episodes, but like, you know, in video game terms, we're close to the end.
It's getting real, all right. I recognized my writer's room on the stage. I almost dreaded the ideas this would conjure up.
What was the nice set you got here? What was the scene in this room?
Well, this is what we call the writer's room. In the play, it's where the devil rewrites reality whilst God is asleep. The devil was our star role. I got a big-time celebrity to play him, and he was method acting the role to perfection. He never broke character, always wore the cult mask. His name was scratched out on the posters.
Mm-hmm. And who was this mystery celebrity? Let me
Mr.
guess.
Scratch?
Alan Wake?
I wish I could tell you, but turns out there were masks upon masks. Whoever he really was, shit got weird when he was around. Some of the crew joked that we'd actually hired the devil to play himself.
Mr. Scratch is the devil. He was born to play the role.
Yeah, fitting in it, isn't
I
it?
had to agree with Casey on that.
Alright. Now we gotta change this scene to the devil. And we gotta go and change every scene to the devil so that we can follow the trail of blood back to where we need to go. And yeah. We're gonna get attacked.
This thread would create something terrible in the scene. But it's what the story needed.
Yup, see, there they are. Little fuckers. Knocking me down. Oh, it's the speedy fucker that's been taunting us. Wait, hold on, I got this. Jackasses. Alright, we're just gonna keep going. Follow the blood, follow the blood, follow the trail of blood. Ha! And in order to get downstairs, we have to go through a bathroom, because that's how this weird shit works. Same way we came up. Now with more enemy. Oh shit, we don't have battery. Yeah, that's not good. I need me some battery. Is there any in the shoebox? No, of course not. Well, fuck. Oh, wait, I need to go to the final scene first. Gotta change this one before I change the main hall. Alright. Oh, do you hear that on the other side? That's an Old Gods of Asgard song called Anger's Remorse. We'll get to hear it later. But that's just to let you know that what's happening in the dark place right now is happening at the same time as something else that's about to happen on Saga's side of the story that we haven't gotten to yet. And I'll explain what I mean by that later, because there's something I don't want to spoil, but it's just... it's interesting. It has to do with the thresholds and why they keep seeing each other and stuff like that.
The devil's path up the staircase was draped in blood.
Yeah. It'd be like that sometimes. Get the fuck away from me. Oh, shit. Let me reload, damn. Okay. Now the next echo we need is up here. Like, all the way up here.
I felt the presence of a new idea here.
Mr. Scratch, if that's who the actor playing the devil was, had stayed in the hotel. Asking around at reception who got me a room number. 666. He had requested that room, specifically. The devil had a sense of humor. Or he really didn't. It was funny either way. According to the director, the actor hadn't mingled with the rest of the cast. He had only come out for the play. And always in character.
Alright, well, onward to room 666 then. That's where all the blood is, honey. Let's see, 667. Here we go. Nice and laid out for us, just the way it should be.
Scratch had been there. I could sense his presence lingering in the room. I was about to have another killer idea.
Okay, let's talk about the murder victim. The lady who was killed in the climax of the play.
The leading lady. Oh, it was an honor to get to work with her. A grand dame for sure. She went back a long time. kept insisting she had seen the long-lost original script of the play. She'd been with this mysterious writer, his muse. That was her role in the play. The muse.
She was staying in room 108, where the murder happened.
The set of the final scene, right. The devil comes, an unstoppable force crashing through the hotel through each scene, executed with devastating mastery. And all leading up to him meeting his muse. It turns out he knew her. He'd only joined the play to get to her.
To murder her.
Not you again.
Time to run. Here comes the darkness.
Get the fuck away from me!
Shit. Get away! Get away!
Oh, gotta run the other way now. Excuse me, pardon me, shadows coming through. I'm being chased. Uh-oh.
I had to reach the light ahead to hide from the dark presence.
Ooh,
I made it.
The
just
dark
barely.
presence had come for me. Drawn to the story I was writing as it grew darker.
We just barely made it, but we made it.
The muse was the murder victim. The final scene took place in room 108.
Oh, right. I know where I have to go to use this. It's definitely not here. Although we do get an extra echo if we use climax here now, so I am going to do that before I forget, because it's missable.
The story was affecting the scene.
I've had enough of that freaking gumshoe dick asking too many freaking questions. Not letting us proper police take care of it.
This is our chance to make the powers that be happy. We'll be set for life. Part of the inner circle.
Well, amen to that, partner. I like it. And so the fraternity, the club, the word. Our dear friends with many names. The way I see it, it was a lone nut job. A junkie out of his mind on some fancy new designer drug.
Open and shut case. All we gotta do now is dump the evidence from room 108 in the usual place in the alley.
Of course. One final quick save in here real quick before I get into room 108. Look,
The
Shadow
devil
guys,
walked
I
through
don't
the
want to play.
hotel, dragging the whole place to hell with him.
Here we go. This area right here, you see how it said beware the drowned lady? This is a threshold too. What we're seeing right now is a glimpse of something that is about to happen with Saga, but we haven't seen it yet. And here's that song again. Anger's Remorse by the Old Gods of Asgard. That'll be important soon, but not yet. The fact that we're getting a record from a bathtub, too, has, it's part of the threshold
This
as
was
well.
the murder site. There was a record at the bottom of the bathtub, beneath the body.
Sorry, not
Somehow it was important.
Sorry, not threshold. Overlap. The overlap.
Another step. Somehow I was closer to home. Closer than ever before.
See, there's Saga.
It's you again. The FBI agent. Saga Anderson, I'm closer now. I can feel it. You helped me get closer to escaping.
Rick? Are I still trapped? The clicker. We can...
You know about the clicker. It can help us. I destroyed the dark presence with it last time. You can help. You can find it. You must find it.
I can get it to you. I have to understand. Did you write the story?
Alice is in danger. I have to stop Scratch. I have to find Return. I need to get back to my apartment. I'm writing a story to get through. Initiation. It's the only way.
The story. You can do that. You can write out...
It lasted only for a moment, like 2 planets passing in orbit. Saga Anderson was helping me go deeper, closer to escape, somehow.
Yeah, but you didn't hear everything she said.
Parliament Tower. I had to get back to my apartment, my study. I had to find the manuscript of Return.
Yeah, boy. Alright, I don't think this song is any different than it was the last time, so we're gonna skip it this time, plus we're short on time anyways. Okay. That was basically the end of that chapter. Now we gotta leave the hotel. But before we leave the hotel and start the next part of Alan's story, which we are gonna do, we're gonna, like, we're coming to a point now where when playing as Alan, you have to get... We're gonna at least do the next part of Alan's story, Return, because it's short, like really, really short, and then we'll switch back to Saga. So, anyways, that'll be it for this episode. Let me know what your thoughts are on this story so far in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, remember to click that like button, and as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you possibly on another day, definitely at another time, and likely in another video. Okay, goodbye.